Hello everyone, it's Drew Kuhlmann. So what I'm doing this morning is I am focusing on Lexington, South Carolina. So what I'm going to be looking at is I just pulled up the properties that have gone on the market since May 1st. So we're looking at 5 days on market. So the majority of these, normally the majority would be active. In this market, things are still going under contract quick. So we may see some properties pending. Normally the majority would be active. We got an echo going. 1 second. Let me turn off YouTube. There we go. That's the fun thing about morning videos. You never know what you're going to get, right? So anyway, so I'm going to pull up Lexington. We're going to take a look at the properties. I'm going to look through the pictures. This is me doing my morning homework. I'm going to just let you in on the journey. If you are watching on YouTube, if you make a comment or question, we'll see. If I see it, I'll be sure to answer it on the spot. And I'm just going to be sharing my homework, talking out loud. Since I'm doing a video, no one can call me crazy, or at least they won't be saying I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to anyone watching. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. And again, what I've done, Area 11 is known as Lexington, and I'm just pulling up anything that has hit this week. We can see that there's 36 properties. So just really quick to get a glance, knowing what I'm going to look at. I'm going to go ahead and look at my summary sheet. Okay, so there's going to be 33 of these that are still active, ranging from 89.9 to the 639,000. Okay, so sometimes I just kind of like taking a peek at what addresses I'm going to look at. We do have 3 that have gone under contract. Okay, so one of them being 765,000. Nothing that has closed in 5 days. That's pretty tough to do even with cash. So then I'm just going to go ahead and break it down to this version, just so that you have a little bit better picture. I use an agent version sheet, which gives me a little more details, but this will do for us right now. So we got one here at 90,000. Always just round up. And what I'm going to do is, if I go through these, if you see these online, this number right here, that tells you the MLS number. So if you ever want to text that number to me, you can even email it in the comment section. I can pull this property up instantly. So this one's out in Pelion. That one probably has acreage to it. I like this picture that they started with. Almost everyone always starts with the front of the house, but I like the wow picture, and I like who did this. Okay, on this version, it's not telling me the listing agent. Let me look at these pictures. It shows beautiful flooring. I'm almost wondering if this is a flip, though. Good picture. Yep, so this one's going to be a flip property. So obviously, first glance, it looks really nice. You're really going to want to pay a little more attention. Some flips, they end up, a lot more happens on the inspection report. Okay, so it's 125, manufactured home, 1,800 square feet. It does look like it's going to be FHA eligible with the brick underpinning. We can get all the details there. Okay, this property, 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, priced at $149. Okay, $149.9, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Got bamboo hardwood floors. Let's take a peek at those. So you got a nice little porch. So again, I'm just going to speak my mind. So if anybody is watching this and they don't like what I say, then just bear with me. I'm not bashing, I'm just talking. But it's always can be a little tougher selling a house you're living in. but you really gotta, 1,500 square feet, I believe this one was, is not that big. So you really got to work on the decluttering. You can see you're not seeing any of the architectural details. What you're seeing is stuff. And you're really not going in. It's not a garage sale. You're not trying to buy all the stuff on top of the cupboards. You're supposed to be able to run your hand, keep it as empty as possible. So with 1,500 as your base floor plan, you're not operating with a lot of space anyways. I think that's a great size for a starter home, but I would have probably decluttered this a bit more. And, I like to call it thinning out. But you want everyone to focus on the house, not the items. And I know that's tough to do because it's a property you live in. Okay, so this one went under contract already in Bainbury, 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, priced at $155. This is a price point that is going to move very fast. So, and what I like to do is everything I say, I like it to be backed up for exactly, what's going on. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, priced at $160. That looks like a nice home right there. Okay, this one's a little bit different one, Hammock Bay. So on this one, your HOAs do include, it's a gated community. You have a community dock and boat ramp. HOAs, if I remember, are a little bit more expensive, but again, it's for what you get there. It's a low maintenance community. In fact, I bet there's some Airbnbs in this one because you get access to the boat ramp, the dock. You can go fishing off that dock. You got a pool, you got a clubhouse. See, now, again, I don't want to offend anyone, but like we just saw a picture earlier where the first shot was the money shot. But this one, they need a wide angle lens. Everything is so tight in front of us. This is a good floor plan. I like this area. So if you had a wide angle lens, it would make this room look twice as big. So in that case, they're not doing this property justice based on the pictures. And the average person looking at this just would be like, whoa, it's way too small. And you could judge that for yourself. It may be too small for you, but these pictures are making it look too small. So these pictures are not selling this property, in my opinion, because see right there, they're trying to kind of show both, but they're not using the right tools. So I think this listing could really use some pictures that highlighted it a bit better. I think this property is going to be overlooked by some. Okay, we got Dawson's Park, priced at $162. Park Ridge, $165, 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths. So we don't see a lot of townhouses. Okay, Drooping Leaf Road, 175, 3-bedroom, 2 baths. So this community does have the pool as well. This one I'd pay attention to because I know about 3 years back there was a company out in Atlanta. It was a REIT, and they're just buying up all the properties for basically fair value, list price, and making them all rentals. So I think it's still a good community, but I would be paying attention because when corporate entity owns that many properties in one subdivision and it's just a pure investment, what happens if they have to liquidate through the coronavirus? All of a sudden they could be selling a lot of properties at once and not be as emotional with it. So just selling the properties as they had to. And again, that's just Drew overthinking, right? But it is good to know what's taking place in the community. Is it more renters? Is it more people who are living in their homes? Oh, this is a beautiful picture. Nice looking house. 1,800 square feet. That's a nice size house. 2 fireplaces. This property is catching my eye. And if it catches your eye, give me the MLS number and I'll do more research. I mean, it's a little bit older of a home. Has a good floor plan. I think the pictures are highlighting this house well. You can see it's not just the cookie cutter, beige paint. They took care of this house. They customized it to their own needs, which I like. It tells me that they cared about their house. They put money into their house. Of course, we'll get inspections to see, how the mechanicals are on the house. But I like that little Batman there. I know a lot of people say don't like put their personalized pictures in there, but if someone's looking at this and they have a child, this probably isn't gonna get them to look away. So from a peer-to-peer, I'd say the pictures on this one are pretty good. I would say this looks like a very nice house. That is interesting there. Is that like a clubhouse? Okay, yeah. So this is a better picture. I like that playground. Okay, so there you go. If you're interested in Heritage Farm, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1.5 stories, priced at $187,000. MLS on that one is 493-529. So again, reach out to me, text me that number if this is one that you think you'd have some interest in. Okay, we have Saddlebrook. Days on the market 4. Let me look at the siding on this one. That's why I was looking. Okay, now this is one of I try to stay clear of it based on, one of my inspections. So this could be one of them where I would almost say, okay, if this was a house you liked, reach out to Sherwin-Williams. Find out what kind of maintenance is going to be required for a masonite siding house. But a masonite house is essentially hard-pressed particle board, right? And it can be fine as a siding as long as it stays painted. But if it doesn't stay painted, it just bubbles up and rots. And that's going to allow termite infestation. That's going to be, your siding is just deteriorating. So it's a high maintenance siding. I'm not a fan of masonite houses. They are so often going to look great on the MLS because you got to price them less, because I would much rather have a vinyl siding house than a masonite siding house. So if that's the case, your price is going to dictate the difference. So if we saw the vinyl siding house next door to this one, that one may be at 193 and 195. So all of a sudden, this one's going to look much more attractive from the price range. So that's just something to pay attention to. Again, I'm not a siding professional. We'd have home inspectors you could reach out to. I'd call Sherwin-Williams and ask what kind of paint it would take. If they have like I don't know if it really would be, but like lifetime paint for masonite, or how often you have to get it repainted. Tell them I'm looking at a 2,000 square foot masonite house. Do you have a general idea of how much it would cost just for the paint? Okay. New construction. Which one is that one? Oxbow Lane, just under 200,000. The good old Harper. Let's see here. Run through it real quick. I like when they do this. Okay. I'm going to keep moving on this one. Sunset Bay, if you want to live. There you go. You can keep your jet skis in there. Let's see. I'm going to go back real quick. There it is. Features 2-day docks, boat ramp, cabana, and dry boat storage. I wasn't aware of the dry boat storage. And Beechwood Middle School, I believe, is supposed to be a really good middle school. I'm curious to see who the builder is on this one. It looks like the same one as the original phase, but I thought they switched up builders. As you can hear, you may be able to hear Matthew's up and about. Of course, he's always up. He was probably up at 5:30. I get up at 6:30, and he laughs at me. Beautiful home here. Cherokee Pond Trail. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, priced at just under $249. It's only been on the market 4 days, over 2,500 square feet. Yeah, this is a nice community. And you know, I'm just like everyone else, like certain floor plans catch my eye. Okay, see, I like the architectural detail there of the arches. You know, you got a little bar area with your stools, the hardwoods. That's a nice picture right there. Okay, so the architectural detail there on the ceilings. Again, they customized it a bit to themselves. You get the accent wall, so that's showing that they're putting some care into their house. Nice tub right there. And this is kind of a split that I like, where you have one sink and then another sink on the other side. You know, I always say it eliminates the fights. So here we go. That's some of the pictures of Cherokee Pond Trail. The MLS is 493530. Just give me a shout if you want to know more about this property here. Again, this is beautiful right here. Another Heritage Farm. So there's a couple of properties that just hit the market in Heritage Farm. Oh, the good old coffer ceilings. It really just makes a room pop. And again, these videos are for people who want to see what's hitting the market, understanding how a realtor views them online. I know watching someone scroll through their, video feeds, isn't as entertaining as some may like, but what this is kind of to educate you with just some of my thought processes. But I know myself, if I'm looking for a house, I want to see what is available. You can pull these up through like Zillow, Realtor.com, but my goal is to just give you my first impressions so you can kind of gauge it along with your first impressions. Okay, Montauk. This one here is basically went under contract immediately, is priced at $268,900. I'm not exactly certain which one it is, but there has been one in that community which someone bought it, built it. It was a disaster of a project. It was, you know what? We'll just say it was left undone for months. And someone finally came in and fixed it up and now had it on the market. If this one is it, I just hope they get a home inspector, because it was sitting a long time without proper siding. So. Okay, Saddlebrook. We're going to start wrapping it up real quick because we've been online for a little bit. Okay, there we go. 325 Bar Lake. It's funny, the price point goes up and I'm flipping through them faster. So I tell you, they do have some interesting floor plans. Let's take a quick peek. This is going to be a Mungo built home over in Vintners Wood, 222 Montrose. Price is $370, 4,000 square feet. So you can see by both the numbers and the house, it's going to be a big house. Huge master, I bet. So it's probably going to be a 1,000 square foot master easily. Okay. This, yeah, that's why I said that. It's going to say it looks a lot like the model home. That's the picture they're taking. Is that one for sale now? So I may have to reach out to one of my clients. They did a great job on that model home in that community. This is the master that has a fireplace in it. So there's one fireplace. Mungo, I don't know who their interior designer is, but I really like some of the stuff they do. And this house, oh, there it is. Let me go back. So yeah, so here's the master, and you have the fireplace in the master bedroom. So that's pretty cool. Surprisingly, I don't think this house, I don't think the pictures are making this house look as wowing as it is in person. But I've had multiple people, when I take them through that model home, they're like, wow. So I'm not certain if they're going to be building another model home, if they just use the pictures for that. But it very well, I don't know if they're closing out that community. I'll have to see about that. And so that's something to know. If they're closing out that community, they're going to want to start new projects. So like this, if that was the case, and if this is one of the last new builds, you're going to be able to get a deal on this one just because of their motivation of moving ahead. Ooh, look at this nice one. Getting Governor's Grant, 4,400 square feet, priced at $639, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. So this one they do have, I think they have their tennis courts. I know they have a pool. Okay, no, it doesn't look like they have the tennis courts, but they have that clubhouse and pool area. Ooh, that's beautiful. I like that too. It's interesting. Okay, so I think this is a beautiful home. I do think, I don't know, I'm going to keep my comments, but yeah, this one is great area. This one, I believe, if I remember right, Governor's Grant was one of the first communities in Lexington that went to a public sewer system. So it was on a septic. So you get really large lots in this community. So if we pull it up, it's probably a 2-acre lot. It may not show on this version. It may say in here. Usually in the description, if you have multiple acres, people make certain to highlight it. Okay, I'm going to go to another version of this one. I'll do the customer one page. I'm not allowed to show the agent version. So let's just do a search for acreage real quick. I'm sure it's on this version. Okay, so it's not a 2-acre, it's a 1-acre. So, okay. So that's some of the properties that have hit in the last 5 days in Lexington. So if any of these you find interesting, let me know. What I want to do real quick is let me see if I can connect this to my spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick screen share here on my spreadsheet. So I just did this the other day of anything that has been listed in the month of March, I believe, through April, and what is sold and how tight it is, meaning is it selling for what it's listed at? And the short answer on this one is, if we look here, these things are selling for pretty much near list price, oftentimes above, as much oftentimes as it is below. You know, 101 to 94, 98, and that 94 is one of the lowest on the list. Okay, we see a 92, but look on the days on market. They had to show their house for 2 days to get it under contract. They had to show their house 2 days. They had to show their house for 4 days. That doesn't even mean every day in that time frame it was shown. So this one was 21 days on market, 27. 1 day on market, 0 days. The moment they put it on, they got an offer, right? The next day they put it on, they got an offer. So what we're seeing is people are getting pretty much full list price. And they're getting the houses under contract quick. So I would say just by glancing at this, it's probably going to be like, okay, well, we got to it. Average days on market. I thought I was going to guess more like 8, but it's 4, right? So you can see properties are going under market quick. And they're going with real strong contracts. Okay, so anyways, I hope you found this interesting. Reach out to me if I can help. Let me know what your thoughts are on this format. This is the first time I've done this format. So my thoughts are I do homework in the mornings. This is how I get my day started. This is how I find houses for my clients. And this is how I stay abreast with the market. So what I'm just doing is people who are interested, peek over my shoulder, get my thoughts, reach out to me and let me know what you're thinking based on what you heard me say. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Bye.